So the new Genshin event is out, and that is a godsend. Alright, this event is the event that I've been looking forward to for quite some time. Ever since it was announced, really, because I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh. Really? No way. You know? There's some sort of. When I saw it, I was like, okay, so we got a dungeon exploration event where you go through the dungeon, explore the dungeon, fight enemies, and of course, get primo gems and rewards along the way. And that was really exciting to me because this is something that a lot of people have been asking for, even though it has been asked to be implemented as, permanent content. This is still really good. Alright? It's still pretty good. Now, is it hard? Not really. I am fairly confident that anyone can just join this event and do it at their own pace. And I will say that this event does take a while. There is actually substance. This event is not like past events where you just get on and you do the event for 5 minutes and you're done for 3 days until the next part unlocks. No, this one's different. Alright? I spent over an hour doing the first part of what's available right now. Over an hour. That's way longer than any event that I've spent before. Every other event in the past, I spend at most 20 minutes. It's like an expansive domain where you go through, you explore, you can choose different paths, and then you can fight enemies that are in there. You got little bosses in there that are the leaders of the dungeon. And then you also have charms that you can equip to increase your damage and give you boosts. You can pick up all sorts of things, and you get little cards that you can activate as well to give you boosts, and with the option of 2 teams as well. But I personally did not use the second team because it is pretty easy, but because of the way it's set up, it's okay. It's okay that it's easy, I've always wanted very challenging events in the game. Twisted Realm it is still my favorite event. Twisted Realm was amazing. Alright, it was perfect. It was great. Some people complained because it was too hard, even though you didn't have to do the max difficulty to get everything. But this one, while you can't really choose your difficulty, it doesn't really matter. Because this event combines a lot of things into one. You have an expansive dungeon that you can explore however you want, filled with enemies that you can fight however you want, with charms that you can upgrade and use however you want. And then that is all tied together in a nice little box by the fact that this also has some sort of story involved with it. So before you get involved with this event, you have to sit through 20 to 30 minutes of dialogue. Now for some people, it's whatever, and for other people it's like, oh man, really? And then there's some people who get excited about dialogue because you get to meet Child again, and you get to meet Shinyan, and then you guys go on this little adventure, and it's actually kind of fun, and you get to be followed around by a paper doll, which Mihoyo actually made a bad choice there. In my opinion, they should have made that thing a pet. 100%. I mean, there's still a chance that might be the case, but come on. It's so cute. It's like a little paper doll that follows you around. It's pretty cool. But yeah, the event's really easy, and I would definitely say that this is a top 3 event in Genshin history right here. Number 1 being Twisted Realm, and number 2 being, contending top... No, I'm kidding. I hated that event. That was so lame. It's literally what people have been asking for so long. It's literally an event version of what people have been asking for so long. People have been asking for a roguelike dungeon to be added to the game where you go and explore it. You get rewards. Yada, yada, yada. But while this isn't permanent, you still get rewards. It's an event. I mean, it would be nice if it were permanent, but it's a start. Maybe they're experimenting with what they could put in the game as permanent content because they're trying to keep the game as mobile friendly as possible, which means they don't want the game to take up too much storage, which means they have to be careful with what they decide to implement as permanent content. And this would definitely be considered a good idea to implement something like this as permanent content. This is amazing. I'm probably going to end up waiting to do the rest of this event because I don't know when the next combat event is going to be or anything combat focused. Because I don't know when the next combat event is going to be, I'm going to hold off I did the first part, but I'm gonna hold off and do the rest of it as soon as I get Hu Tao, because I noticed that this event lasts a little bit beyond when Hu Tao's banner drops, like a few days after. So what I might end up doing is just waiting until I get Hu Tao, because I've been grinding to get Hu Tao. I got all her resources, and I want to use her on something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I spent all this time building Hu Tao, or saving up for Hu Tao, and getting the stuff to raise her while I'm waiting for her to drop. I want to use her on something other than Spiral Abyss, and this event is the perfect opportunity to do it. This is a really good combat event, really good domain, and there's a cute little story that's pretty interesting if you actually pay attention to it. If you just skip through the dialogue and you don't really care about it, that's also cool. So, what do you guys think of this event? I think it is easily number 2, right behind Twisted Realm. Twisted Realm's easily number 1. But this is totally easily number 2 best event in Genshin. Because it's what people have been asking for. And it would be amazing if they implemented it as permanent content. And that would totally be fine. That's not a waste of resources at all. But anyway, that's all I got for you. This was just, I don't know if, I wouldn't really consider this a quick video, but you know how it is. I will see y'all later. Peace.